Joan Laporta's name has always been louder than the roar at Camp Nou. And now, with the club's future on the ballot, his voice is back at centre stage. He says he wants to finish what he started. The Spotify Camp Nou rebuild. The financial repair job that followed years of crisis. And a return to competitive dominance. But promises collide with impatience. Socios who cheered the rescue want concrete dates and fewer excuses. Critics point to high-profile departures from the board and lingering stadium delays as evidence of mismanagement. Victor Font's CL Futur project and Joan Campraby's Somme Clan movement have sharpened their critiques into organised platforms, arguing the club needs refreshed governance, professional oversight and greater transparency. On the margins, figures like Xavi Villajoana and economist Mark Syria add pressure from unexpected angles, turning a presidential race into a referendum on how Barca should do business as much as how it should win on the pitch. This election, therefore, is not only a personality contest but a collision of visions. Continuity under Laporta, who frames his tenure as necessary triage, versus challengers promising reconstruction through new models and stricter oversight. That collision will play out in public meetings, the courtrooms of social media, and among the small army of members whose signatures and votes decide everything. Expect blistering debates over stadium contracts, sponsorship deals, the role of global partners, and the boundaries between sporting decisions and commercial survival. Beyond balance sheets, there is identity at stake. Will Barcelona remain a club deeply rooted in La Masia and civic pride, or become an aggressively globalized corporation chasing commercial safety? The answers will shape transfers, youth development, ticketing, and where home games are played while construction continues. Whichever side wins will inherit unresolved problems, ongoing negotiations with contractors, pressure from La Liga to meet financial rules, and a fan base whose patience is frayed by truncated expectations. For Laporta, the narrative he must sell is simple but heavy. Continuity equals completion. Abandon him and risk chaos. For his opponents, the counter is equally direct. Change now to protect Barca's future. The drama will be fierce because both arguments contain truth. Laporta's defenders point to rescue moves that pulled Barca back from the brink. His critics hold documents and delays that underline costly missteps. That tension makes this election less like a political rerun and more like a crucial crossroads, where mistakes will be punished and successes rewarded in whatever margin the socios decide. In the weeks ahead, watch for tactical alliances, surprise endorsements, and last-minute legal challenges that could tilt momentum. And note how each camp tries to speak not only to hardcore members, but to a broader global audience whose opinion now shapes sponsorships and brand value. At its core, this is a story of reconstruction, of a stadium left in scaffolding, of balance sheets with red lines that cannot be ignored, and of leadership tested under the unforgiving light of expectations. The winner will be the person or coalition that can sell a clear sequence, finish the stadium, stabilise finances, and promise a sporting project that looks and feels like Barcelona. But more than any speech, the vote will test whether socios still trust Laporta's narrative of salvation, or prefer fresh blueprints from challengers who promise to do governance differently. Either way, the outcome will ripple beyond Catalonia. It will affect transfer strategies, sponsorship markets, and even how other clubs read the playbook for surviving crisis and staging a comeback. Tonight, as names are filed and alliances are formed, remember that this is not only about one man's hold on power. It is about a club trying to decide what kind of institution it wants to be. The stakes are enormous, and the next president will either be credited with completing a rescue mission or blamed for a decade of new questions.